You gotta find the next video. Now listen. Okay. Now I don't know if I should pepper in the jump chain content or just go to the next J. Scott Garrity video. So the Pokemon trainer jump chain, I'll tell you this. I was hemming and hawing, going back and forth because I don't know anything about Pokemon, right? So that was the biggest difficulty with me. And I'll tell you what, I like the Pokemon jump trainer doc, but the one problem that I had with it really was this guy Quicksilver. I love the guy. Ostensibly, I don't know what the heck they are, what their identity is. But it was tough because working with this document was they most of the chump chain documents you see that give you the perks and the awards and the things and the drawbacks and everything, they're just simple like Google Docs or like PDFs. So they're easy to cut and paste and highlight and look at. This one, oh my God, it was like I was trying to edit it, just trying to copy and paste material from it. Oh no, because the person was so such an artist. Everything's like little picture documents, so you couldn't cut and paste anything from it or whatever. But you see, it's very entertaining. It's very beautiful to look at. Whatever you roll to get the area you would start with. So here's the thing. So my whole thing is I wanted to go to the beginning of time. So Pokemon started in 1996. Yeah. And so it started with the blue and I think the red and the green, and then they made a blue, and then they released the two of them together into a yellow in 2000. And I wish I had known about that, because then I could have just done the yellow one from 2000 and used material from the year 2000 for a perfect 25-year nostalgia loop. But it got all fricazy. But don't worry about it. Look, here's the point, is that I went back and I did it all. Finally, I went back and forth to the document going, oh, man, this question, that question. I don't know anything about the Pokermans and stuff. So I was like, oh, man, you got to pick your starting Pokerman for free. And I was like, oh, geez. And then you get to pick their I was like, oh, man, where all these areas start from. So I tried to do all this research to figure out what were these areas. And because I went to the original Pokemon information, like the Wikipedia. And I was like, well, these areas are not from where's Lavender Town? I'm like, where the heck is all these places? Oh man, I got to do all this research, figure out things line up. Oh man. But then you get to the identity and stuff, and you get 1,000 points to begin with to put things together. I know I'm jumping around, but the jump chain people will figure it out. And if you're not a jump chain person, you soon will be. You'll get it. So I became a drop-in, which means no memory, set altering your actions, no history in the world of Pokemon, no way. No history means some things can be difficult. You aren't getting any new skills for free. You wake up on the road just outside of the first town in your region. You have no family, no friends. No, get used to it. No history. All you are in the clothes you wear, the gear you purchase, whatever skills or abilities you may have. Look in your bag, you see a trainer card. We'll get to this. So here's the thing, and you get one Pokemon, okay? So check this out. So I did my research. I looked at various playthroughs of the original. I'm not even sharing the screen. Jesus Christ. Well, that makes sense. Actually, it's good because, I don't want to get Nintendo can be finicky about their stuff. You put various things together. I was like, what's an egg move? You get those for various points. Anyway, look, here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. I looked at, playthroughs for the original Game Boy version of Pokemon, and what's the best thing to do. And I was like, oh man, you know what I mean? I really suck. And this is going to be a real to do. And then I thought to myself, I had this brilliant idea. I was like, here's how we're going to do this. Here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to be in the land of Pokemon, but I'm going to be an abolitionist. I'm not going to be a Pokemon trainer. I'm going to be an anti-Pokemon trainer. I'm going to be an abolitionist. I'm going to be in the land of Pokemon, but I'm going to say to people, no, Don't do this. This is not right to be putting Pokemon into Pokemon balls. What is this? To do this thing, to put Pokemon into Pokemon balls, and then to make Pokemon fight each other. It's abject slavery. It's not the way to be. Right? That way I don't have to worry about collecting multiple Pokemon and worry about how to train them in this imaginary land of jump chaining where it's like, role playing without the role playing. What I mean? I just have to. So here's my narrative notes and role play hooks. You are a revolutionary in the Unova region, because I rolled for that, so it didn't cost me anything, who believes Pokemon should not be used as tools of battle. Squirtle, because I picked the free, you get to pick a free Pokemon. And based on watching people who know about Pokemon, the original Pokemon games, the first Pokemon to pick of the three, like you could pick Charmander, or you could pick Squirtle, or I believe you could pick another one. I guess Pikachu. I don't know. I forget. You the one to pick is the if you're gonna do like a speed run, or if you're like a power player, I think the intelligent one to pick is Squirtle, apparently. So I picked Squirtle for some reason. Yeah, Squirtle, your trusted partner, who I'm gonna name. I'm gonna give him a name like Ralph or something. Your trusted partner was rescued and raised outside of traditional trainer influence. Together, you live off grid, hunted by the League while forming bonds with Pokemon in the wild. You rely on aura techniques, emotional insight, and ethical training methods to survive. Okay, so here's my Pokemon build. Here's my name. Okay, right? Here's my name of my whole meta jumper. Now remember, when I leave this place, I'm going to take Squirtle with me. The Squirtle. He's going to get a name. Let's just call him Ralph. No. We'll call him Fjorn. No, I think Jay is, I'm going to lay off Jay for a little bit. Just going to call him Ralph. He can call me Al. But anyway. Name it, claim it. So here we go. My meta name in the jump chain world, the jumper, my self-insert, okay, is Felix U. Julius St. Germain. I am Orion. Felix U. Julius St. Germain. I am Orion. Last name, I am Orion. One word. If you want to analyze the initials, you may find a little wiseacrery there. My age is 12 in Pokemon land. My first jump, I arrived there. I go in. My age in Pokemon land is 12 because I rolled. It's free choice because I rolled. It's 1d8 plus 9. If you pick your age, it's going to cost you points. I didn't want to waste points on age, so I just rolled for it, and I got 12. I rolled for where I live, where I start off in. I start off in Unova, also called Freedom Land for whatever. It's like a semi-industrialized area, which is fine by me. I'm going to start off at a place called Castelia City. Now, I used ChatGPT for a lot of this. I want to tell you something. Always be wary of using ChatGPT. Like as a lawyer, they tell you, be wary of ChatGPT because we know those lawyers got in trouble for, submitting briefs with like fictionalized cases and stuff. I told ChatGPT, I said, look, there's this document called the Pokemon Trainer CYOA document. You familiar with it? And ChatGPT was like, I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about this, yeah. They like list out things. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm talking about. They're like, yeah, absolutely. And I'm like, okay, it was made by Quicksilver. They're like, we know exactly what you're talking about. I'm like, fantastic. And I went through this. I was like, I want to do a build for this. I want you to help me make a build for this. I want to do this. And I kept on asking it. It's the thing you've given me is absolutely compliant with this document. They were like, yeah, totally. I'm like, we're doing it. I checked it like 3 times. I'm like, so you're telling me that this is absolutely code compliant with the current version of Quicksilver's from this Jump Chain Community's current Pokemon Trainer CYOA Jump Chain diet. It's like, yeah, ChatGPT was like, totally, you're totally square. It's totally cool. It'll totally pass muster. I'm like, fantastic. Make a PDF. Let's print it out. I totally did it. And I checked it against the document. Guess what? It was 95% accurate, right? And then it got a little bit fricazy, right? Made him a little bit of extra stuff. Had this, it broke my heart with one thing. It gave me one extra thing in the item list that was just like awesome. I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's awesome. That's exactly what I need. And I checked it against the document. Didn't exist in the document. I was like, fuck you, ChatGPT. You absolute son of a bitch. I bet you totally, because I could see like what ChatGPT was doing. It was like checking Reddit, checking QQQ, checking this, checking that. So I guarantee you it picked it up from somewhere like legit. It was probably like some sort of like supplement or something, but it wasn't like, you know, I was like, it has to be from this. And ChatGPT was like, I get you, man. Totally. It's totally not doctored shit, man. It's good stuff. It's totally not laced. I'm like, this is the good stuff, right? She'll be okay. Totally, man. You'll have the time of your life, man. She won't, you know, be awesome. Later that night, oh, fuck, man. Oh, shit, man. Where'd you get this stuff from, man? It's not good stuff, man. They said it was fine, man. Where'd you get this stuff, man? I got it from ChatGPT. What's that in the corner, man? That's not Quicksilver jump chain compliant. Someone call Luciano Gonzalez, man. Someone call Luciano Gonzalez, man. That is a joke that will be understood by one person, Luciano Gonzalez, who will be like, I don't like this dude mentioning me in his videos anymore, man. Anywho, that's Jessica. Now he really doesn't like me mentioning it in his videos. He's not watching my videos. Anyway, so Origin drop-in, free choice. Starter Pokemon Squirtle. I actually like this dude. He's like a turtle. It's turtles all the way down. Okay. Egg move. You get, if you buy an egg move, I was like, you get 50 points. It'll cost you 50 points, but you get an egg move. Mirror coat, which is some sort of like reflecting thing. If some guy like does like a magic move on you, Squirtle can reflect it back for double damage. I like that. And then I took drawbacks. It gave me a drawback that didn't exist. Had to take that out. So originally it done everything with 1,300 points. I had to recalculate some shit. So I've got the wanted drawback, which is code compliant. You are considered a criminal by the authorities. That's because I'm like the John Brown of Pokemon Land, because I'm trying to free all the Pokemon and being like, don't do this, man. I'm trying to be I'm outside of the gyms, like, you know what I mean? Why you gotta make the Pokemon fight? Don't you know this ain't the way? You gotta free the Pokemon. Don't make them battle anymore, man. You gotta follow the new way. And people are like, fuck you, get that guy, right? And I'm like, no. So anyway, perks. I spent 900 points, so I got an extra 200 points because I'm considered a criminal by the authorities. I've got 900 I spent 900 points on perks. I've got aura powers, which are like not telepathy, not telekinesis, but I can I'm like in tune with the force of life. So I can sense emotions and intentions of Pokemon and people. And I'll keep these powers when I go on to the next jump. That's important. I'm building up. And aura projection, I can also use the force of life to like create barriers or like use like kind of force powers, kind of equivalent. And I can increase these powers with training up to the equivalent of Lucario. I know vaguely who that is because in addition to the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee game, one of my kids was also really into the Pokemon, it was like the Pokemon version of Street Fighter, where they fought, it was like where they would fight each other. She always kicked my ass, and I remember Lucario from that, but I don't know what the hell like the thing is. And then I also took this perk called Champ in the Making that I called the AKA Jesus Messiah perk for 300 points. Let me read this description to you. This is great. Remember, I take these perks with me when I go. If I survive, I'll totally survive. Listen, let me get to this. Champ in the Making for 300 points. You just might have what it takes to catch them all. You're an expert at training both teams and individuals, managing team dynamics and working out social issues between teammates, both Pokemon and human. You can make teamwork work. Follow me. Oh, follow me, Pokemon. Former trainer, man, monster. We can be as one. Oh, this new way. This new way. Follow me, my friends, follow me. Together, this new land. I tell you, we train each other in peace. Each other in peace. Follow me. Until we get to the infinite staircase where I kick I give it my all. I don't know why I don't have more viewers. Oh, I have to share this. I was called the capitalist state capitalist. I don't know how I feel about this. You know how you should feel about this. Why aren't people clipping my shit? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, then I got some items. I spent 250 points on items. I got a portable laptop, store, retrieve, and manage Pokemon, all the shit. I got the laptop. I got an advanced healing kit for 50 points, field use tools, medicine for injured Pokemon, do all the stuff. I got a collapsible baton in case things get wild. I got a rebreather. I can breathe underwater in toxic environments. Take that stuff with me as I go, right? So, and then on the next flip, when we'll do another J. Scott Garrity vid, and then on the next flip, I'll tell you how I'm going to organize existing in the land of Pokemon for 10 years, how I'm going to structure being there. Some people would just do that. They just do the build and be like, I'm that guy for 10 years, and then they move on to my next jump. Not me. We are going to show how we're going to live in JUMPCHAIN in Pokemon land. We're going to have a whole story, but we're going to do it in video format, because if I tried to write that shit out, that shit would never get written out. Are you feeling me? I'm singing songs over here. I'm singing songs over here. Can I get any Yo, if you like the songs I'm singing, can you clip a brother? Can you share me on social media? Can you like, comment, and subscribe? Can you take a look in the description box below? Can you clip my shit and put it into an AI music generator? Can you worship me at night? Can you do something?